Welcome to Grow Guyana, a weekly journey into Guyana's agriculture sector, bringing you the stories and perspectives from the people that are shaping food security, climate-smart agriculture, and supporting livelihoods. I am Ramona Luti, and this week we're taking a closer look at Guyana's livestock sector, highlighting how farmers are overcoming challenges, improving production, and helping to build a stronger, more sustainable future for the industry. We'll also take a closer look at cattle farming, the launch of a new tunnel-ventilated poultry pen project, developments in swine production, and an innovative egg hatchery in Region 10. As always, we'll also bring you the weather outlook for the week ahead. We begin on Maikoni Ranch Road, where the Grow Guyana team meets a cattle farmer whose family has been raising livestock for generations.
We're at Maikoni with cattle farmer Amar Paul, taking a closer look at his operation and how he's managing production in Guyana's growing livestock sector.
I am a farmer in excess of many years now. I would say in excess of 45 years I'm into farming.
From cow business since my grandfather, that like in the 50s, right? And coming on to now, from my father to me, now my son. We there between this cow business.
At this time, what I'm doing, I'm trying to segregate. I mean, prior to this, we would have done cattle in general, and then we will use some of those, the better ones, to do for dairy purpose, and the other for beef. At this time, I'm working tremendous hard on segregate the animal in terms of doing dairy as dairy. Approximately 350 head of animal I have around this point. To be honest, to be a cattle farmer, I think you have to bond with that love for animal. That's the most important thing. Cattle rearing is not an easy work by any means. I mean, it take a 7-day of week, a 365 day of the year work in a cattle farm. And then cattle farming doesn't have a specific time that you can leave the farm, or a specific time that you can come to the farm. We do cattle farming. I mean, my day will start, I will say, like about 5:30 in the morning. And in that period, I will have gone out there trying to get up some grasses for some of the animals, some of the younger ones and stuff that I have to feed. And then right after that, I will come to the farm and start milking. Milking will take us maybe about 1.5 to 2 hours, depends to the size of the milking herd. And then you have to, it's a continuation. But for us here, I think the drought will have been, we will be most seriously affected during the course of the drought. Rain is not a factor for us at this particular farm because we have significant drainage, efficient drainage, so to speak, that we are very close to the Atlantic Ocean around this point here. So we are having good drainage. So the rain is not a factor for us, but now, as you know, the forecaster, they're predicting that we are heading into El Nino. I think that will be bad for us here. So how can we, I mean, your question I think will want to come next. How are we prepared to handle the El Nino period that will be coming? As we will visit there very soon, we have a tank at the back there, which we call it the silage tank, that we will start to prepare silage and keep it, you know. Well, that will not be enough based on the prediction for this El Nino period, which I expect to be a lengthy one. I think we have to work hard on providing food for animals, and in terms of silage.
The family business doesn't stop at cattle rearing. The farmer is also expanding his dairy operation to help meet the growing demand for fresh, locally produced milk.
Fresh cow's milk is in high demand and farmers are working daily to keep up. From early morning milking to careful handling, every step is about delivering quality to consumers.
This is our milking parlor. As you can see, we have the equipment we use for milking. We will locally call it a milking machine. This is it. And what will happen here is that we will milk 2 cows at a time. So out there will be the hauling area for those animals. Right after that, we will bring them two at a time. So two will come in here, and while preparing or milking, they will have something to eat up in front there to keep their concentration away from what we're doing at the back here. So right after that, we will let them out there and even out farther out to the another holding area out there. At this present time, we are milking approximately 30 gallons of milk. So after those milking bottles, we will call it, will be filled. We will put it here. So this is where we have, as you can see, we having the milk here, waiting to deliver to the milk collector.
42 years now, I'm selling milk. We start with bicycle. Me, my brother, my father, the whole family start with milk. But I'm the last one that leave with the business. And I do it on a daily basis, 365 days a year. It's a very pious work to sell milk. I sell, the Spanish use it to make cheese. And like a Cuban guy, he buy from me to make yogurt. And I sell to people who have little children, normal household. Yeah.
What about paneer?
Yes, paneer too. Some people buy for paneer.
So feeding, I mean, that's one area I think we really need to address. I hope that we can really address it soon. The type of feeding that we are using here is the feeding that's really available, and that will be sometime rice bran or wheat milling. Apart from all of that, we will use the Banks brew for the feeding stuff. So, but we need to get it at a fixed feeding for animal. I hope that very soon, now that we are producing corn and soya, I think that we can able to get a standard feed for animal, either beef or dairy. So I think that will be coming very soon.
Building a stronger herd is also a priority. The farmer explains how improving the genetic quality of his cattle is helping to boost productivity and secure the future of his operation.
After realizing that we were doing Holstein as our main dairy animal in Guyana, and then a little of brown Swiss, maybe some Charolais and Jersey, but most of it will be Holstein. Knowing that our condition does be tremendous hot at times, I think the Holstein will be suffering a lot. And most other farmers that really went that route in producing purebred Holstein, they were suffering. Now with the government intervention, and then when the president actually said that, the government will bring in some animals into the country from Brazil, I particularly, advise the president and the minister on it, that, we should have gone Girlando. Why having said that, I had a visit in Brazil. Prior to that, I see the new breed of the Girlando animal, that they will be more of a heaty, in terms of the heaty condition, they will stand it far better than any of the other breed of animal when it comes to the dairy ones. Okay. So these cows that I actually brought in from Brazil, they were all Girlando. So what the Girlando will do, they're a good milk producer, withstand the hot condition that we are having here in many cases, and just keep up with everything and continue to give a fairly good amount of milk. I actually brought in not too many, I brought in 10 Girlando, but with the help of the government through GLE, I think we have quite a few more pregnant through the embryo service that the government reach out to farmers with. So I have quite a few more pregnant, and those will be all purebred Girlando. Of course, it's a big industry, and I mean, as you heard, the president said, if we should able to produce milk to feed ourselves, Guyana can save billions of dollars through the importation of milk. If we can just totally wipe off those importation and can produce it for ourselves, I think it would be something of importance for us as Guyanese here. And well, yes, it is a challenge, as I said before. It's not that easy task, but I mean, with technology of today, I think, and the assistance of the the government through the new bank that we are expecting to launch very soon, I think we're gonna make it. But more so, I think you have to have the love and have that determination that you will fight whatever challenge will be ahead of it.
Looking ahead, the future of cattle farming in Guyana points to growth, with expansion dependent on continued investment, improved resources and technology. Back to you, Ramona.
From cattle to poultry, Guyana's livestock sector continues to grow. The country's new tunnel-ventilated poultry pen project has officially been launched, with Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips describing it as another major step towards modernizing poultry production.
Ladies and gentlemen, the introduction of the tunnel-ventilated pens project here today represents another important step in our government's broader agenda to modernize agricultural production by improving both the scale and productivity of our farming systems. By embracing advanced technologies and climate-smart production methods, we are moving away from traditional approaches toward more efficient, resilient, and commercially viable models of agriculture. These modern facilities will allow farmers to achieve higher levels of output, improve animal welfare, enhance biosecurity, reduce production risks, and meet the increasing demand for high-quality local food. The introduction of tunnel houses in poultry will help reduce mortality rates from 10% and above to 2.8%, thereby improving biosecurity and animal comfort. This initiative is therefore not only about increasing production, but about transforming the structure of agriculture to make it more competitive and sustainable.
The government is also investing heavily in the initiative. Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa says the project will continue to expand, bringing modern poultry facilities to more farmers across the country.
Chicken product, and chicken is Guyana's most consumed proteins. The market is stable, predictable, and growing. From 43,000 tons in 2020 to 91,000 tons in 2025, and the demand keep increasing. Imagine that. Demand keep increasing. This tunnel ventilated pen project, with a complete investment of approximately $1 billion in infrastructure, equipment, and training, now adds to the expansion of the AIEP and span across Region 4, Region 3, 4, and 5. Very shortly, we'll extend this project also to Region 2 and Region 6. We are now looking at the groups them in those areas. This will represent a remarkable transformation to international poultry standard. These state-of-the-art facilities here at Mandripo, at CI in Region 3, and Bawak in Region 5 are all now completed and currently stocked with chicken that are performing exceptionally well. Each pen has a capacity to store between 20 to 40,000 birds, reaching market weight just between 5 to 6 weeks.
Among the first beneficiaries is Yale Williams. She shares how the project is already making a difference and encourages more women and young people to explore opportunities in poultry farming.
Standing as a young female Guyanese professional, embracing a journey I never envisioned as a girl, with no agricultural background, except for the few plants I have in my yard. But my encounter with His Excellency and my group members changed my view and challenged me to enter commercial chicken production, which was traditionally a male-dominated environment. Learning about this new technology, the ventilated tunnel house, I became very enthusiastic. The initial stages of setting up our tunnel house were long, gruesome, and frustrating days and nights. We appreciate His Excellency's belief in our youth of Guyana. Because he believed in us, we are now the recipients of tunnel houses that can feed our nation. As a young woman, this opportunity empowers me and many other young women to believe that we can enter a male-dominated environment and succeed. Finally, these structures are the pathway for sustainable climate-friendly production systems in this time of unpredictable weather.
Pork production is also playing an important role in Ghana's livestock industry. Journalist Josiah Williams visits pig farmer Desmond Grenada to learn more about his operation and the opportunities and challenges facing swine producers.
We're here at Victoria on the east coast of Guyana at a pig farm where production is more than just about feeding animals. It's a mixture of science, smart business, and management.
This pig farm started in 2003. When I started this pig farm, I started with 2 pigs. And after then drop. I didn't sell nobody none. I started grow them myself. From right there, I started to expand. First was just this half alone. And then I started with this next half. Say 80 for now, but it was more, but business keep going. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less because all the business fluctuate. I treat this pig farm like if you're working with somebody. 6 o'clock, you get up in the morning. Sometimes, some days I'll be at the back here all day. Some days, not every day. When you come down in the morning, the first thing, you walk around, check everything, make sure everything's safe and everything. Then you pick up the dung, you throw it away because you don't want the dung to go into the trench. You throw it away, then you mix up your feed and everything, then you start to pump, you wash down your pen. When you finish, then you start feeding. People just come right here and buy. Most obvious is the small one them. Most people come and buy. That's why I try to get some drop-in pigs. Okay. But most is a small one them. Just catering for most. But the one selling more fast and less expense on your hand.
Okay. Farmer Grenada is now looking to the future with plans to expand his farm, improve efficiency, and increase production to meet growing demand.
The demand for the meat is not like a big issue. Once you get a pig killed, it will be sold fast. Because most of us right now pork carrying a price and a demand. Most of us got to get it to your heart to do it. You can't do it just for the money. Okay. You got to do it from your heart. That's the only way you will get through. Okay, I have a next land down at the back dam. I was selling for my next pig farm down there. Okay. I done start set it up and everything.
Okay. And with that one, how many pigs, more pigs you think you'll be able to farm yourself?
Well, most obvious, like I catering for some dropping pigs. I'll be wearing them down at the back. Like he's selling for start wear them, like 200. Every day when I come at the back here, sometimes just watching them and we part to come from nothing. So when you watch, you stack them, you know exactly we part right into. I'm glad if I could get like 2 dropping pen and like if like up the breedings of the pigs. If I could get the support for get a nice boar or 3 nice sow for up the breedings of the pig.
The swine industry in Guyana is set for growth with rising demand and new opportunities for farmers. With continued investment, the sector can strengthen food security. Back to you, Ramona.
Support for poultry farmers is also expanding in Region 10. The regional hatchery unit continues to strengthen poultry production by providing incubation services for hundreds of eggs from farmers across the region. Beyond increasing chick production, the facility is also offering practical training and technical support, helping farmers improve their operations while strengthening the region's poultry industry. Now, here's a look at the weather conditions expected to impact farmers in the week ahead. Forecasters are predicting a mix of sunshine and scattered showers across much of the country, with some areas likely to experience brief thunderstorms and gusty winds. Residents in low-lying and flood-prone communities should remain alert, as heavier downpours could lead to localized flooding. Farmers are also being advised to prepare for drier conditions as El Niño becomes more established, with reduced rainfall and possible drought conditions expected in the months ahead. And that's it for this edition of Grow Guyana, a weekly journey into the stories, people, and ideas driving the country's agricultural sector. I am Ramona Luti. Join us next week as we continue to track the growth, challenges, and opportunities shaping Guyana's agriculture industry.